Tina, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us what we're going to be doing today?
Okay. Good afternoon and welcome, returning and new Tai Chi players. We call ourselves Tai Chi players because we're constantly, through our movements, through our breathing, interacting with the energy around us. Tai Chi and Qigong, Tai Chi is in fact the Qigong, focuses on unification of mind and body. So as I mentioned, we're constantly engaging and moving through the energy that is around us, the energy that moves through us. It's a multi-dimensional mind-body exercise. And we hear that term all the time, mind-body. Basically, what that's saying is that it is a unification or bringing together the mind and the body to support each other, okay, through our movements and through balance. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. As always, we begin with our warm-up. And I hope this exercise finds you at a time in the day where, you might need to re-energize a little bit and let go of some of the tension or some of the focus from earlier today. So the way we do this is by letting the mind just focus on the movement and the feeling. Never moving forcefully, just focusing on the natural movement of the joints. When we move in one direction, we always move on the opposite for balance. And we coordinate the breath and the movement so they support each other. And as we circle the ankle, we relax the toe, the foot, the knee, the hip, the spine, all the way to the crown of the head. Noticing how everything's connected. And through our movements, developing a keen sense of where we are in time and space. So we're breathing, never moving any faster than we can breathe comfortably or feel balanced, because we want to stay soft inside and loose outside. So let the mind engage with the movement and the feeling, not thinking about other things right now. Our feet are open, giving us a foundation, balance as we push into the earth to create the momentum. So we're breathing, we're focusing. Always remind you that wherever the mind goes, the energy goes, and it's the natural inclination of the mind to just seek something to engage with. So we give the mind a place to rest, and that's simply on the feeling and the movement. Let's go ahead and circle up and space the feet just a little bit wider, and we're going to let the torso hang forward. Releasing the head and the arms to gravity as if we couldn't hold them up at all. And again, pushing into the earth, torso still hanging forward. We're going to focus on the tip of the coccyx and gradually push up, stacking the vertebrae one on top of the other, staying engaged the entire movement. Put the hands on the hips. And we're going to shift the weight, relax the weight. Again, not using force, just simply letting the movement evolve, using our focus to notice, to balance. I always think of like rolling a marble around a saucer. Just shifting the weight, pushing down to shift the weight, Relax the hips, the waist, the spine, the shoulders, the chest. And let's go ahead and circle to center. And take the deep cleansing breath into the soles of the feet. And exhaling, let's shift the weight and roll the opposite direction. Okay? Notice our feet are always stationary or rooted. We have 3 circles, the lower, the middle, the upper. And even though they might be moving at different rates, they always complement and support each other. So let's go ahead and circle the center. Torso hanging, knees soft, feet open, arms loose to the fingertips, head surrender to gravity. Relax the jaw and push up. Breathing, however you need to breathe, focusing, stacking the vertebrae. Surrendering, as I mentioned, to gravity, allowing gravity to assist with the elongation of the spine. All right. Let's continue. We're going to shift the weight this time. And as we do, naturally, gravity makes us sink. Palm to heaven, palm to earth, drop that shoulder, look behind, hold it. Only as long as it takes for you to feel a shift or change in energy. As we come back around, we're going to take the time to breathe in, sink down, extend up, let the rib cage open. Push into the earth to create the momentum to come back around, not using force or external muscles. The muscles are engaged, but they're not leading. Pushing down, letting the 3 circles support each other, sinking down. And pushing down, gradually coming back to center. And arms float down. Head flows forward. Knees are soft, feet are open. Relax the jaw. Let the head hang as if you couldn't pick it up. Arms the same, leaning from the shoulders. And we're going to shift the weight, allow the head to roll like a marble in the slot. Back and forth, breathing, always surrendering to gravity. Don't take shortcuts, don't cheat your movement. Moving and feeling as if we were connected by rubber bands internally. Feeling that stretch from the back of the ear to the tips of the fingers. One last time. Ear towards the shoulder and back. The center and push up slowly. Now, sometimes when we talk about generating and moving energy, as we do in Tai Chi, sometimes we need to release stagnant energy prior to doing this. So let's just go ahead and shift the weight. Arms are like ropes hanging off the shoulder, lifting the heel, relaxing the middle circle. Speed is of no consequence. Just soft inside, loose outside, as if we were being blown by the wind from side to side. Loose, looking out, arms are like ropes. If there's any excess tension you've been holding through mentally, physically, just shake it off. Let it dissipate. We see children always moving, always playing with the energy around us, always releasing tension. And gradually, let's come back to center. And standing comfortably, knees soft, feet open like the duck's foot. Tuck the tip of the coccyx forward as if you're sitting on a high stool. Crown towards the heaven, feeling as if you're suspended by a cord from heaven. And like the bag of rice, all of the rice sinks to the bottom. So just stand comfortably for a few seconds and tune into however chi has presented to you. A warmth, a tingling, perhaps a feeling of just being more alive. Notice where you're resisting, pushing down to create tension in the legs, or pushing out from the tip of the coccyx to create tension in the lower back. Relax the jaw. Again, feeling the upward pull from heaven, the downward pull from earth. All we have to do is relax in between. Don't resist. And float down. So by cultivating the energy or focusing on how chi presents to you, this is a way of even elevating the feeling, making the feeling more present, and making sure that you are in touch with the energy around you. So let's continue. We've done our warm up. Let's move a little bit just to loosen. So we're going to shift the foot, pivot the foot, shift towards the toe, transferring all of the weight to the full leg. So we have an empty leg, which we're going to extend to the heel. Now notice both knees are soft in doing that. Whatever leg is forward, that's the arm on top. And we're going to roll, always creating balance from heel to toe. To put the oar in the water, pushing down, sitting back, sinking down, pulling the oar through, and let's row the boat. As we shift forward, pushing in the back foot, relaxing the waist, arms float up. As we push in to the front foot, sitting back, torso turning, arms float up. And continue making sure that you relax your shoulders, elbows down, pushing into the earth like the skater to create the momentum. Softening the muscles in the legs and the hips. Lowering our center of gravity so that we have even more balance. And loose, and always, as always, breathing. Just enjoy the movement. Pushing down to create the momentum in both directions, pushing into the full leg. Breathing. All right, and this time, as we shift forward, we're going to let the momentum bring us forward to step up, to root, other leg, other arm. Make sure, and I'm going to back up a little so you can see my feet. Make sure that your back foot is at a 45-degree angle. We don't want the foot out because we want to protect the knee. Other arm, other leg, other arm. Loose fist, don't create tension. We're going to do this side for balance. Breathing. Not thinking about other things, just focusing on the movement. Using our internal awareness to notice what muscles, tendons, and ligaments are engaged. so that we can easily release the tension, so that we can yield and not resist. Breathing. Transferring the weight, empty to full, from one leg to the other. The whole body is engaged in each movement. The energy travels up the legs, directed by the waist, and out through the tips of the fingers. So this time, as we shift, let's let the momentum bring the back foot forward, to step up, to float down. Now you always hear a lot about the benefit of Tai Chi as it pertains to balance. And this is because in doing Tai Chi, using both body and mind, we develop a larger sense of awareness, a greater sense of awareness. This awareness translates throughout whatever we're doing, whether we're just walking or whether we're watching, knowing where the mind is. So we want to keep the mind focused. Sometimes the mind will leave and go elsewhere. We notice that and we bring it back. But the sense of awareness as it pertains to even where we place our feet, how we feel balanced, are always our benefits that translate in everyday functioning. So let's continue. Let's let the arms float down. Transfer the weight to separate the feet. Let's just do a little bit of empty to full. Noticing after we cross the center of balance, naturally we sink down. Not resisting, relaxing the hip, the groin, the leg, the thigh. And this time, as we shift, we're going to let the arm float up. And as it floats down, the other arm floats up to meet it. We transfer the weight fully to root, to shift. Arm floats out. Don't overextend. To punch. We sit back. As the arm floats down, arm floats up. Transfer the weight to step. And let's block. Transfer the weight to root, to shift, to punch. So we're just going to go back and forth. And don't worry, it might take you a few movements to synchronize arms and legs, but that's okay. The way we learn in here is by doing, by following and doing. To punch. Feeling for balance as we transfer the weight fully to root, block, to root, to shift, to punch. The whole body, the energy is behind each movement. We're not overextending. The arms don't lead. They simply follow the turning of the torso. Relaxing the shoulders, upper back. We're always moving like we're moving through water. Transfer the weight fully so you can lift that leg. You can't lift a leg with weight on it. Loose to the fingertips, sit back. Arms are extended like the tightrope walker's wand to assist us in feeling balance. Sit back, we naturally yield to gravity. shift. We naturally yield to gravity. Root, we naturally yield. And this time, as we sit back, to step back, to float down. Okay, take a few seconds and see where you're at. We all have a tendency to hold tension somewhere in our body, habits that we've developed over many years. Some people in their jaw, holding the tightness with the molars clamped. Some people in their shoulders. Some people in the chest. Don't let them see you breathe. But most of us hold tension in the dantian. Okay, this is our body's energy center. And if you might have recalled me saying that this is the point where we always feel energy, happiness, sadness, whatever it may be. Okay, so the first thing that Tai Chi will teach you is where you hold energy. Don't ignore it. Some people might want to always keep their legs locked, knees locked, hips locked, instead of just sinking into the legs. Notice your feet. Feet should be open like the duck's feet. That's our balance. If we don't have foundation in the feet, and balance in the feet, we don't have balance from the feet up. We've got to be aware of that. So let's continue. And let's do the first form that we've learned, which is the 6-animal frolic. The Taoists looked at the animals to understand natural movement. And this particular Qigong form, short form, has 6 animals: the deer, the tiger, the crane, the monkey, the bear, and the phoenix, a bird with a long tail. Okay, so let's just move through it slowly, and we're going to go through this several times. All right, because each time we go through it, we're a little bit softer inside, looser outside. Okay, so standing comfortably, knees soft, feet open, tuck the tip of the coccyx forward, and just like you're sitting on a high stool, and arms are loose, crown towards the heavens. And let's go ahead, and we're going to breathe into the pit of the stomach, letting the body expand like the balloon. And as we exhale, we're going to feel the breath coming back up and out through the mouth, sinking into the legs. And we're going to transfer the weight to separate the feet. Showing the continuity of the movement, we're going to just rock gently forward to the balls of the feet, looking out, and become the deer. Now think about the nature of the animal as we shift the weight, looking out. The deer is very protective of the young. Let that shoulder drop. Let your movement complete itself. Don't limit your movement. We're going to push into the earth. As we do, torso turns back. Relax the chest, shoulder down. Let the spine twist like a rope. No force, no rush. We want to enjoy each movement, melting into each movement. Arms float down, to float up, to float forward. And bending at the wrist, we're going to bring the energy to the tips of the tiger claws and stretch out like we're trying to reach a tree just out of reach. And as we breathe, feet open, feel for balance. The tiger stalks its prey. Now relax the hands, relax the arms as we push into the earth. Torso hanging forward, pushing down, stacking the vertebrae. No rush. Use your inner awareness. And as we come to a vertical position, the wings of the crane float out as it ascends to heaven. Arms float down, extended. Relax the chest. To float forward. And the monkey makes a cup and reaches out to offer fruit as it tucks its tail between its legs, making a C shape with the spine. Now push down Hands come back towards the chest to separate. Sinking down, arms extending up. Breathing, the bear guards the cave. Feet are open, breathing, feel for balance as the arms float down. And as they approach the sides of the body, palms turn out. And we're going to push down, legs are straight on this movement. And the phoenix is a bird with a long tail that points to the heavens as it drinks from the river, face towards the floor, always pushing down to create our momentum. Tail floats down, torso floats up at the same time. Knees are soft, arms float up as if floating on water. Palms towards the chest. Palms turn down. Arms float down, legs extend. Now don't drop the energy though, because we're going to carry it with us as we shift. Arms extended to step in to complete. All right, now take a few seconds, stand comfortably and notice how chi presents to you. And float down. So let's do that one more time. Each time looser, each time softer. Okay, we talked about continuity. One posture, even though we learn each posture separately, we string them together like pearls so that we can consistently maintain a connection with the energy as it rises, as it falls, as it expands. We don't expand, drop it. Expands, we're still engaged, it's still feeling. As it contracts, it might go up, it might go down. We're riding the energy. So just relax and enjoy the movement. Standing comfortably, arms loose, knees soft, feet open, tip of the coccyx forward. Let the tongue just naturally rest on the roof of the mouth. Crown towards the heavens, suspended by the cord, and take the deep cleansing breath. The deer. Always breathing, just letting the breath support the movement. The tiger. Pushing up, stacking the vertebrae. The crane. Feel the change. The monkey. Relax the lower back. The bear. Stomach soft and moving as you stretch up. and the Phoenix. And back to where we began. Stand comfortably and cultivate the energy. We feel the energy move like a river through the body, moving to wherever the body needs healing. We don't have to know where we're ailing, and most of the time we don't. It's not until our energy becomes very low that we become sick. We just want to think of the energy channels or meridians like straws. At one point, they might have been crumpled and the energy couldn't get through, but as we move, as we breathe, we open up the meridian or energy channel and we feel the energy moving, we feel alive. Okay, so let's continue. We've got just a few more minutes. I'd like to go through one more Qigong form. We've done this before. We'll go through it once. Again, if you don't remember it, it's just simply a matter of following and paying attention to the three essentials, well, three of the essentials of Tai Chi, which are breath, focus, and balance, all right? So standing comfortably, crown, arms, knees, feet, tip of the coccyx, take a deep cleansing breath. And exhaling, take your time, transfer the weight to separate the feet. And just follow. Gently shifting forward, arms float up as if floating through water. Opening movement. Palms face, pushing down, opening the chest. Shifting the weight, arms float out, lifting the heel, looking out over the fingertips, dancing with the rainbow. Arms extended, roll the ball down the arm, across the neck, down the other arm, other heel up. Heel down, roll the ball across the arm to the center of the neck, arms extended, arms float up, wrist crossed, making the line down the center of the body, reeling arms. Arms float down to float up, to float down, to float forward. Energy moves in circles. As the arms float down towards the side of the body, we're going to tuck the tip of the coccyx, flex back to look at the heavens, and pushing down, arms float up, fingertips to heaven. Hold from the waist, legs are straight, looking out between the palms, paddling in the middle of the lake. And arms float down. Are we breathing? Always breathing. Palms face. I'm going to shift the weight to curve back, looking forward, both palms to heaven. Push into the full leg. Relax the middle circle. Like the rubber band, you twist it one way, the torque brings you back the other. Now this time, pushing into the full leg, palms towards the body. Again, riding the torque. Wave hands like clouds, elbows down, shoulders relaxed. Breathing, transferring the weight, engaging the entire body. Now transfer the weight fully. Empty foot, we're going to root, relaxing the chest, upper back, arms float forward, pigeon flying, palms facing. Relax to the fingertips, sit back. And this time, as we push into the back foot, propelling us forward, we're gonna bring the body weight forward to root. Other side, back foot turned, pigeon flying. Always breathing, take your time, stay connected. And this time, as we push in, we're gonna let the weight come forward, arms float down, to step up, to step out, final posture. Wild goose flying. Arms float up, to float down, to float forward. Palms float up, to turn down. Arms float down, legs extend, don't drop the baby. Shift the weight, feel for balance, and step in, arms and legs to complete. All right, take a few steps back. We're going to bring the energy to the palms. We're going to start out by just making the small circle, letting it gradually expand right at the dantian, and then letting the large circle gradually contract, stomach soft. For women, left over right. For men, the opposite. And we're going to stay connected as we allow the energy to float up the center of the body to the shoulders. Palms touching, moving the energy through the arms to the tips of the fingers to make the lotus blossom. Lotus blossom floats up over the back of the head, down the neck, over the shoulders, palms on the upper back, down over the hips, down the back of the legs, to the heel, around the foot. Making sure the palms are maintaining contact with the body. Back to where we began. Let's do that again. Moving the energy through the body even more. Closing the energy which has come to the surface of the body, sealing it in the body. Over the hips, down the back, staying connected, staying focused. And one last time. Breathing. And bringing the palms back to the dantian. Again, let the small circle expand as we breathe. Gradually expand, become the large circle. We'll let that large circle gradually contract, breathing. Palms resting on the dantian, that area 1.5 inches below the navel. Knees are soft, feet are open, tuck the tip of the coccyx, crown to heaven. Then just feed that energy into the dantian, the body's energy vault. Stomach soft and moving like the babies. And arms float down to float up, and we're going to bring the energy to the palms and push down. And sinking down, palms to heaven. Knees are soft. Breathing, letting the stomach move. And shift the weight. And I salute you for your participation this afternoon. And I hope you feel great. See you next month.
Thank you, Tina. Hope everyone had a great Tai Chi workout. If everyone could hang out for one more moment, and I will let everyone know what we're going to have on the schedule for next week. It looks like it is going to be yoga. So we're going to be doing a yoga workout next week, and hope to see you guys all there. Does anyone have any last minute questions for Tina? And if you don't, otherwise we can end it a little early today. So I'm going to keep this open just for maybe one more minute, just in case anyone has any last minute questions, but hope to see you all next week.